Hi everyone. So I wanted to cover something that has been annoying me for quite a while now. Sometimes I tweet about it just in frustration, but I thought a video would be a better medium to express my anger. Um, Now, I'm just warning you that it might sound very elitist and snobby of me, but I don't really care because it really annoys me and makes me angry, so I figured I'd just ramble about it anyway. What prompted me to think about this was the other night I was watching telly, flicking through the channels, and I came across the movie The Devil Wears Prada. For those of you who haven't seen it, don't bother. But I flicked over to the scene where the main character, Anne Hathaway, I don't know what her name is in the movie, she is a supposedly dorky assistant who has no fashion sense and, you know, the stereotypical girl who has no idea about fashion. So this is the scene where they dress her up and it's a montage of all her new beautiful clothes, so that she can impress her boss and make her way in the fashion industry. I don't really know. But yeah, this is what kind of got me thinking. From what I could gather, the moral of this movie's story is to succeed and be a better person, you must change everything about yourself. The way you dress, the way you act, the way you view things, in order to be a success. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with her original character, where she just wore jumpers and skirts and normal clothes, but apparently that isn't good. And in order to be accepted, one must follow all the trends, pay exorbitant amounts of money for pieces of clothing and material that go on your body, and generally change your whole attitude towards things. So, good job, Hollywood, teaching young girls out there how to be successful. What really irks me, though, is trying to think about all the time and money spent, wasted around the world on such trivial, stupid things like celebrities or fashion or what's cool at the moment and what's not. Now, I do realise that this is a part of culture and it's never going to stop and it's human stuff and blah blah blah. But when you stop to think about really important issues in the world, like, I don't know, famine or equal rights or just human rights, really. And then there are people dedicating their lives to writing gossip magazines and writing fashion blogs. Oh, it just makes me angry. I don't know why. Specifically, this kind of group of people who make it their job and get paid to generally make the world a worse place by introducing more social rules and conventions that separate the rich from the poor. Now, I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I don't like fashion at all, I wear Hessian sacks. No, I like a nice piece of clothing. However, I usually don't pay more than $30 for any piece of clothing that I ever buy, except for maybe a leather jacket or something I know that will last me basically till the day I die, because I doubt I'm going to be growing much more. So I can't justify spending so much money on a piece of material, whilst others can go out there and spend thousands of dollars on a dress that they'll wear a couple of times. Can you imagine how much better spent that money could be somewhere else? I know that throwing money at problems isn't going to necessarily solve them, but it will help. Now, I do realise that fashion and celebrities and working in celebrities and fashion may make a lot of people happy. And I suppose that's really all you can ask for in this short life that we have, is to do something that you enjoy. However, I can't help but think how much better spent that time and money will be, or would be, in something to actually help other people rather than divide people. Fashion ultimately divides people into who's cool, who's attractive, and who's not. Who has the best body shape, who doesn't. Who can afford these clothes and who can't. If all of these minds were focused on, I don't know, a cure for cancer, I know that's a long stretch, but you get my point. I can't take it seriously. And maybe you're not supposed to take it seriously, but a lot of people do. And I just think that there are so many more things in this world to care about, and I do not care about who's divorced who's having a fling with who, what coloured skirt is in fashion at the moment. I would rather read a science journal on a new discovery, or maybe a book. Imagine that, reading a book. So that was my rant. I know it sounded a bit snobby to put down what other people do as their life choice, but I don't care because it really annoys me, and they can have a go at me for being a science nerd if they really want. But I doubt they would ever see this because they're too busy tracking the life of Kim Kardashian. Thanks, guys.